What's up guys, Jim Yosef here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to a daily dose of transfer gossip. And today it's going to be Sunday the 18th of June. And today was quite slow in regards to transfers, but if you compare it to yesterday, of course it's gonna be. We've still got a decent amount to cover, but we'll get into that in just a moment. So before we get started, as always, you can show support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome. And also remember the target is 1,000 likes. If you're new to my channel, make sure to click that subscribe button for daily FIFA content and press the notifications tab next to it to notify whenever I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's video, it'll be down below in the description box. And today's question of the day is, what players do you think missed out on a team season card that really deserved one? As now, of course, on FIFA 17, we've had the big 5 leagues, the Premier League, Ligue 1, La Liga, Bundesliga, and Racing Academy. And there are some very big name players that missed out on getting a blue card, despite really deserving one. But let's jump into confirmed transfers. The very first one is one for Celtic, and that is going to be Johnny Hayes going from Aberdeen to Celtic. It's an undisclosed fee on a 3-year contract. He's had a bit of an upgrade on head-to-head right now, and his FIFA Ultimate Team card, he actually got a Team of Season a few weeks ago, and Team of Season most consistent is the Silver Team. And now we've got a player that's not on FIFA 17 Ultimate Team, and that is going to be Cummings. He's joined Nottingham Forest from Hibernian for an undisclosed fee, although apparently it's about £1.4 million. Next up, we've gone to a player also got a Silver Team of Season, just like Hayes, and that is going to Miete. I might have said his name wrong there, but either way, he has now joined AS Monaco for around €8 million, and potentially could be the replacement for Bakayoko, who's apparently Chelsea bound, or Fabinho. So last year he was loaned out by Lille in the Ligue 1 to a team in Belgium called Zult Vergem. I've definitely said that one wrong, but now apparently a Belgian team bought him from Lille for about £255,000, then sold him to Monaco again for apparently €8 million. And again, like I mentioned before, potentially now it could speed up the process of Bakayoko and Fabinho potentially leaving the club. Next though, we've gone to Maicon, a Brazilian left midfielder, today going to Antalyaspor in Turkey from Lokomotiv Moscow in Russia on a free transfer. And I believe they've signed a couple of players so far in this window, but the final confirmed one today is a managerial one, and that is going to be Marcel Kaiser going to Ajax as the official manager. Last year he was the manager for the reserves team, but now has been promoted to the main team after their previous manager went to Borussia Dortmund. But now let's jump on to rumours, and the very first player is going to be Robin van Persie. So according to FR12.nl, which is a Dutch website apparently, former Arsenal and Manchester United striker Van Persie, who is 33 years old, is close to leaving Fenerbahce in Turkey and sealing a move back to Feyenoord in his native Netherlands. So Feyenoord have come off the back of winning the Eredivisie and now looking to build that team up even more, because I'm assuming next season they got Champions League football. And despite Van Persie getting on a little bit now, he may have lost some of his pace a little bit, but there's no rapid quick. But his shooting ability, I'm still pretty sure he's great in front of goal. And now we move on to Carlos Tevez. And a lot of places said this, a lot of different sources are saying Tevez admits he could quit the Chinese Super League just 6 months after signing a £615,000 a week contract. A quote from Tevez regarding his future does say, "I don't know what I'm going to do next. If I'm not hungry for glory, it's very difficult to stay at a club." And would he be on FIFA 18 if he stays in the CSL? I'm not too sure right now, but I'm really hoping the CSL is in FIFA 18 Ultimate Team, because so many good players are going over there now, and he could build quite a decent team to be fair. I imagine it'll also be fairly cheap. Next up, we move on to Ivan Perisic, a Croatian linked to Manchester United yet again, according to Manchester Evening News. Inter Milan will hold out for £45 million from United for Croatian winger Perisic, who's 28 years old. The Red Devils' valuation is closer to just £30 million. So currently a fairly large gap between the valuation of United and the actual asking price from Inter. And if they'll meet that, we'll have to wait and see. But there are also rumours saying Perisic is already trying to get used to life in Manchester by trying to find a home. And next up, we've got the veteran right back DANI ALVES, and he's currently playing for Juventus, of course, but for how much longer, we'll have to wait and see. And according to reports in Italy today, first up is a separate story outside of a transfer, and it does say Juventus right back DANI ALVES has been strongly criticised by the club's fans after suggesting that forward Paulo Dybala should leave to further his career. I saw some of that story go around on Twitter. I think he mentioned how basically Dybala should leave Juventus at some point and go to someone like Real Madrid or Barca to really reach how good he can be. And now we've gone to the transfer side of things. So first up, Gonzalo Higuain has all but confirmed Alves' departure from Juventus via social media. He put out a video on social media basically saying about DANI ALVES, how it's great to work with him for a year, and he wished him well for the future. And I think right now that's actually been deleted. I would read out what it does say, but basically it wasn't in English, it's all been translated, and the translation, it doesn't make too much sense. But like I said in brief, he's wished him well and hope things go well for the future. But now on to rumour of Man City. According to The Guardian today, they claim Man City would need to pay just £5 million to sign Alves from Juventus. The newspaper reports that City have approached the Italian club and are willing to offer the 34-year-old a 2-year contract. And let's be honest, Man City do need a new fullback, or quite a few of them really, because Zabaleta left, Clichy left, Sanya, I think there's a couple more in fact on top of that. So Alves could be a very it's a short-term replacement, and Kyle Walker is probably the long-term one, but it does say them like £55 million because Spurs are apparently asking for 60 for Walker. And despite Alves being 34 years old now, he's still a very good right back. He hasn't actually lost any of his pace really, reads the game so well, fantastic going forward, and I think under Pep, he's worked with him before, he'd flourish again. And Alves has already proven last season he could work in a 4 at the back like he has for Barca as well, or 3 at the back in a right midfield role. And I believe it's the Champions League semi-final against Monaco, where Alves was outstanding. Next up we go on to Alex Skrindo, Alves' teammate currently at Juventus, and according to the general director of Juve, he's claimed that Juventus have rejected a bid from Chelsea for left-back Alex Skrindo. They made an offer, but insisted they do not want to sell any of their best players right now. Some sites are saying that £52.5 million or around that is a bid that Chelsea put in. It'd be a fantastic signing for them, but again, if he's happy at Juventus, I can't see him leaving. And next up we've got one for Everton, who right now are doing very well in the transfer market, and that is going to be Sancho. So it's been somewhat expected, this one, but just a few minutes ago, breaking news on Sky Sports does say striker Sandro Ramirez is poised to move to Everton after they met his buyout clause of €6 million or £5.24 million. That is from Malaga, and for £5 million in this market, I think he scored like 13 plus goals last season in La Liga, and Atletico Madrid were after him, but of course, they've got a transfer ban. And that would be Everton's third signing in the last like 3 or 4 days when it's fully confirmed, because a couple of days ago, they signed Pickford and Klaassen. And if you want to see how he plays, you can actually watch him at the European Under-21 tournament. And Spain were fantastic yesterday, but in particular, Asensio from Real Madrid scored an absolutely stunning hat-trick. Next up, we've gone to Jose Reina, or Pepe Reina he's known as, and today he's into AC Milan according to AS. Pepe Reina is in pole position to replace Gianluigi Donnarumma at AC Milan. Milan announced on Thursday that Donnarumma will not extend his contract at the San Siro, prompting suggestions that the teenager will leave the club very soon, or potentially rumours are also saying Milan they'll keep hold of him but let him rot on the bench. Of course, they'll need to replace him, and Pepe Reina apparently is top of the list right now, but other names on the shortlist include Bayer Leverkusen's Bernd Leno and Juventus' Neto. Reina's contract does expire next year at Napoli and is also expected to leave soon. And next up we have got Donnarumma, and Juventus have apparently confirmed their interest in the goalkeeper. Sky in Italy are saying the thing I just mentioned though, how Milan have no intention of selling him right now and rather let him go on a free transfer next summer. But Juventus are obviously preparing for the time after Gianluigi Buffon, and Buffon is expected to retire at the end of the next World Cup. So next year, 1 year's time, it could be the last time we ever see Buffon play. And it would make sense in my opinion for Donnarumma to replace Buffon. He's 18 years old, remember, and he'll probably replace him also in the Italian national team. And other reports in Italy are saying Manchester United are also being offered the chance to sign Donnarumma, as they're saying that David De Gea has apparently started house hunting in Madrid. I do think De Gea will eventually end up going to Real Madrid, just not this summer, because I'm pretty sure a couple of weeks ago, Zidane did confirm that Keylor Navas will be his goalkeeper next season. And now we've gone to the biggest story from yesterday regarding Cristiano Ronaldo apparently saying he wants to leave Real Madrid. So first up, according to ABC in Spanish, Real Madrid say forward Cristiano Ronaldo has not told the club he wants to leave. Record in Portugal though is saying that however, the Portugal striker is not planning to return to Spain after playing the Confederations Cup in Russia. And then AS is saying that Ronaldo has told his agent George Mendes 2 months ago he wants to leave Real Madrid, so it's something that's not just come out of the blue from nowhere. The Daily Mail claimed that PSG would be favourites to sign Ronaldo, as the French club held secret talks with his agent George Mendes hours before the forward helped Real Madrid win the Champions League. And you've got to assume if Ronaldo was made available by Real Madrid, PSG would go all in to try and get him, as he has been linked to them before. And finally, someone from Sky has pointed out it's interesting timing from Ronaldo to say he wants to leave Real Madrid, because on Monday, the Chinese Super League mid-season transfer window opens for 26 days. So I believe their transfer window is somewhat the opposite to ours. Their January window or mid-season window is now summer, and their big window, their summer window, is now January. So guys, in the comments below, do you generally think Ronaldo wants to leave Real Madrid, or do you think it's some kind of publicity stunt to move his focus away from tax evasion? And that is going to be it for today's video, guys. Now, it's been very short, but not much has really popped up on Twitter or on the sites I do use, but maybe if something pops up between now, like when I'm recording the video, and by the time I finish editing, I may find something else. Right, so I have managed to find a few more rumours for this video, and in fact the first 2 are are still surrounding Cristiano Ronaldo. So Real Madrid President Florentino Perez has told Portugal forward Ronaldo he will not stand his word if he wants to lead the Spanish champions, according to Marca, and the Daily Mirror are saying that Ronaldo will only stay at Madrid if the club agrees to pay his disputed £13 million tax bill. I'd actually retweeted something about this yesterday, where apparently Madrid might pay his tax fee, so we'll have to wait and see. It's kind of dodgy in my opinion. And next up we've got a 19-year-old midfielder from Norway called Sander Berge. According to the Mirror today, Arsenal said to beat Everton to £18 million signing of Sander Berge, who currently plays for Belgian side Genk. Personally, I haven't really seen him play, but given the fee of around £18 million, he must have a lot of potential. Next up we move on to Gylfi Sigurdsson, linked to Everton. According to Liverpool Echo today, Everton will have to pay Swansea £40 million if they want to sign 27-year-old Iceland attacking midfielder Gylfi Sigurdsson. Now, he was fantastic last season, don't get me wrong, but £40 million, I know the market right now is absolutely crazy. I'm not sure if Everton are willing to pay that. And the final one is Lacazette, and it's a massive article from L'Equipe going through every single team that's contacted Lyon so far. They're still reporting that Arsenal are the club most advanced in terms of talking and discussions for the player at this point in time. There is still a slight possibility he could go to Atletico Madrid despite not being able to play until January. But if he was to make that move, potentially it could harm his chances of going to the 2018 World Cup in France. The next team is Borussia Dortmund, and apparently according to the article, they established Lacazette as a top priority when the eventual departure of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang happens. At first it looked like Aubameyang was definitely going to PSG, but right now it looks like it's broken down. Then we got on to Manchester United, and apparently they still remain in regular contact with Lacazette's representatives, but he's not their priority, as they're still trying to sign Morata from Real Madrid. Next up, we've got Chelsea, and they've made an inquiry for him. He is considered their backup option if they fail to get Lukaku from Everton. Conte does feel Lukaku is essential to their team, but it'll cost them €90 million, and Chelsea right now aren't coughing up the money. The second to last team is Liverpool. It said recently they have made contact with Lacazette and players they've watched for several seasons, but they appreciate his versatility being able to play as a striker or as a wide player, but he doesn't want to play out wide. And the final team is AC Milan, but right now they're looking the least likely because they've recently signed Andre Silva, or Lacazette would be on top of that. But on that note guys, that is going to be the end of this video. So as always, if you enjoyed it, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. Remember, 1,000 likes target for today's video. If you're new to my channel, make sure to click that subscribe button for daily FIFA content and press notifications tab next to it to be notified about my videos. If you missed my previous video, it'll be down below in the description box. And today's question of the day is, what players do you think missed out on a team of the season card? Let me know down below in the comments. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.